A huge trade. Marina Mabrey, who was the second leading scorer for Chicago, only trailing Kennedy Carter, also led the team in assists, is now on her way to Connecticut. She also made 56 threes on the season, which is more than the rest of the team combined. Let's take a look at this trade. Chicago received Rachel Branham, Mariah Jefferson, a 2025 first-round pick, and the right to swap first-round picks in 2026. Chicago giving up Mabrey and a 2025 second-round pick. So let's start with Connecticut. And Andraya, I want to give you some credit because you said at this very desk just a few days ago that in order for Connecticut to really compete for a championship, they needed more dynamic offense. Yeah. How does this help them?
This helps them immediately. It shows that Connecticut is trying to win right now with the group that they have, and adding Marina in. This is a Connecticut team that always plays tough, aggressive defense, but at times their offense has been stagnant. At times they struggle to knock down three-pointers. Marina brings all of that. Just look at Marina's last 3 games. She averaged 17 points in her last 3 games. Do you know who those games were against? New York and the Aces. Who is Connecticut trying to compete with to win a WNBA championship? The New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces. Marina has proven herself as an offensive threat against the best teams in the league. A consistent offensive threat feels an immediate need for Connecticut. Connecticut wins this trade.
I think that Mabrey would be a point guard that Stephanie White would like because she's a vocal point guard. Yeah. She plays with an attitude, but also as a GM, you've got to look at where the free agency's wanting to go. They're wanting to go to the nice big cities. They wanted to go to Vegas. They wanted to go to Seattle. They're wanting to go to New York. Uncasville is just not that destination. So what do you have to do? You have to get that kind of talent in a trade, and that's what they got with Marina Mabrey.
Yeah, you saw that graphic showing how Connecticut has fared against the top teams in the league, and they have struggled. With the exception of Minnesota, they haven't beat any. Spinning this to the Chicago side of things, Carolyn, you're a former GM in this league. I mean, there was a lot of criticism of James Wade when he signed Marina Mabrey, maybe paid a little bit too much money, gave up a lot of draft picks. What is happening in Chicago?
Well, you have to look at what you need short-term and long-term. So you're making salary, you're making cap room space, but you're also getting 2 for 1 because Marina Mabrey is really just the primary shooter. And I mean, 3-point shooter for Chicago, where you've got Mariah Jefferson, who can be a threat. And whenever she played against the Las Vegas Aces, the champions, Jefferson would give them the business because of her quickness. And then you have Rachel Branham, who can shoot the 3. And so that will help to diversify the offense because Chicago is mainly a paint point established team. This kind of open up the floor.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I think when Chicago was thinking long-term, they didn't see Marina fitting whatever it is they are trying to do in Chicago. It's hard for me because for me, I'm thinking if you give this group more time, you have such an offensive weapon who could work alongside Kennedy Carter, alongside Angel Reese, alongside Camilla. It just needs more time to get figured out. Doesn't seem like that's what Chicago wanted to do.
Well, after last night, if it ain't broke.
I was going to say, after last night, that's a tough pill to swallow. Right.